like what you do for a living? These things you see?
You have to wear blinders sometimes. Most times.
Detective William Somerset is looking for a way out.
You're retiring. 6 more days and you're all the way gone.
So that was the first clip of the trailer 7, which was released in the 90s. It started off with a production company logo. This was effective because the music and the background music that was played within the background of that clip started whilst that was playing, so it flowed nicely. It featured a variety of dialogue that spoke over the clips that were played, so you get a suggestion of what was in the rest of the product, and a voice that was telling things to us that didn't really make sense, so it added a bit of mystery within the trailer. It also included black and white transitions between cuts and shots, and this made, when they had quick cuts, made it flash, and this drew out the reader to the viewer more, because the screen was flashing, making it more exciting instead of just having long shots, and all the different shots were different lengths and had different camera angles. Whilst they did this, they also played some sound effects over the top of it that were quite dramatic. So this leaves a good effect onto the viewer. This is something that I can include into my own trailer to make it as professional as I possibly can. The lighting of the actual filming included red, such as in the church in the photography lab. The effect of this is red is associated with danger and anger, so this gives off this vibe and fits the trailer convention. And if I use something like this in my trailer, I'll be able to complement it into my advertisement, which is my poster and my magazine. It showed Morgan Freeman carrying a bright flashlight in a dark area, so there was a big flash across the screen. This made it effective because we didn't know what he was looking at. So it's to leave this mystery, but it was such a massive contrast that it made us draw all of our attention to the screen. And it also had a darkness around the outside, making him look very isolated and even darker.
So how long have you lived here?
Too long.
Detective David Mills is looking for a way in.
We'll be spending every waking hour together from now until the time I leave. I'll show you who your friends and enemies are. Look, I'm on homicide 5.
So in some of those shots it was raining really heavily. There's an example of pathetic fallacy, because then as the viewer we can associate this with distress and sadness. So this gives a sense of the emotions within the trailer. It has also established the relationships between all the characters that have been introduced so far, and the aim between them. It has a narrator which voices over all of the shots. We can tell this is not a character, but it's just someone that gives us more information about the product. This is something that I can put into my trailer, but trailers are developed further since the 90s, and I wouldn't want my trailer to look old-fashioned, as I want it to appeal to a young audience in modern-day society. So I don't think I would be able to use this technique, but I could consider it.
You, not here.
Now,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a homicide.
they're caught in a game.
No fingerprints and no witnesses of any kind.
Nope.
About the only thing we know about that guy right now is he's totally insane.
Where the price of sin is death.
So there is established, or the mission of these two detectives have got to investigate, which is a homicide. There are flashes of dead bodies. They're introduced with a bright transition, which is really interesting because it goes from dark to light, which keeps us very entertained as the audience. It also has a fuzzy transition, which includes the help me. This leaves out mystery because we want to know who wrote that and why they have wrote that and what they need help from. We also see the two detectives holding flashlights, which we had seen originally at the beginning of the trailer. But then after a few shots in between, we then see what they see at the other side of them. So the effect of having the shots in between makes us think about what they could be looking for. The narrator's voice further highlights what else is in the problem in the product, and it leaves more mystery and adds to the characters' emotions and what problems they are facing. So the narrator gives us more information that makes us want to watch the final product even more.
There are 7 deadly sins: gluttony,
You're going to come take a look at this.
greed,
No one touches anything.
sloth, wrath, pride, lust, and envy. 7. You can expect 5 more of these.
So there was a variety of different techniques used in that short clip. For an example, Morgan Freeman's voiceover over other shots that were played. So he started off very slowly stating what the 7 different objectives were, and between them we had examples of what they were in the investigations that they had. He then builds it out quicker, and as he does this, the music speeds up so we know that something's coming and it builds more tension. The effect of the small shots between each dialogue further shows what we can expect to see in the trailer, and makes us more interested because they are so vile and unusual that we didn't expect to see. The dialogue that were in those scenes that were filmed coming from the actor Brad Pitt just further highlights the emotions that they are showing and what they don't know about the investigation, which leaves more mystery for the audience.
Body was found on Tuesday morning.
I hate this city.
We're gonna get who did this.
This will be the very definition of swift justice.
There are 2 more bodies, 2 more victims.
This guy is methodical, exacting, and worst of all, patient.
There we saw a few different shots. One was of a helicopter flying through the sky. This fits the thriller conventions. As an audience in a thriller, we expect to see weaponry and different machinery, so clips like this is something that I can put into my trailer to make it as professional as this one. It also has different clips of people taking pictures of the investigators. As they did this, they made the screen and cuts flash as though it was the cameras taking the pictures, which was really effective for the viewer. It then has a different filters on it, some other things such as a man speaking on television, and due to this filter we can tell that it's on television, which suggests that whatever the news is and whatever their investigation is worldwide, which is why it's on television, which interests us further as we still don't know what this homicide's about. The dialogue intensifies as we hear a man's voice talking about 2 more victims that have been killed, and then we see him sat on a sofa carry on talking. The effect of this is that we still see what else is going on in the trailer, and then see how the situation intensifies, which adds to the quick pace of music and shot.